everyone, it's Daniel. I want to talk about this new parameter editor that I spent the last 2 weeks making, which I think was probably about a week too long. Anyway, this is the new way to edit stuff like the BPM, the game speed, pauses, the track shape, camera stuff like that. So this is a part of the song editor. And there's a few changes in here. I changed how the tab key works. Right now the tab key just switches between the regular song editor and the parameters editor. And then the way that selection works in the song editor is a little bit different. Just like in any other program, you can just hold shift and move the cursor around
Channels 9 to 12.
to just select a range of channels. So
Parameters.
I'm going to go to the parameters editor.
0 value 0.
And much like the song editor, which has all the columns that you use left and right to move between, this one has a bunch of...
Parameter 0 BPM value 85 unknown.
Each column is its own parameter, so there's BPM.
Parameter 1 scroll rate value 0.5 unknown.
Scroll rate.
Parameter 2 pauses value 0.
Pauses.
Parameter 3 cylinder value 0.
Okay. So as I go back and forth, I just select through the parameters, and then let's see. I've got a list of things I'm going to talk about. So tab to switch modes. You can hit enter to edit or insert a change in the current parameter. So I'm in
Parameter 3 cylinder value 0.
I'm in cylinder, so if I hit enter,
Insert new cylinder value. Type a new value. The current value is 0.
you can insert values that way, but that's kind of a tedious way to do it. So there's a bunch of shortcut keys. You can use hold control and use press up, down, left, or right to change the value of the parameter wherever the cursor is. Also, this is just like the song editor where you page up,
4 value 0. 8 value 0.
page up and page down just to move through the song, or use you can change the cursor resolution with the number keys.
7.5 value 0.
Arrow up and down.
7 value 0.
So if I hit control up,
0.25.
it'll insert a change to the cylinder
0.5.
right where I'm at. So if I
1.
All the way up to 1, now the track is a full cylinder. Or there's a bunch of other shortcut keys. So if I hit the D key, I'm going to move up.
7 and 8 value 0.982. 1 half.
Move up a beat, and then if I hit D, that inserts the default value at the cursor. The E key, I'll delete that one. If I hit E key, it'll insert a change with the existing value. So there's D and E. I'll delete that.
Deleted 1 nodes.
I'll
0.
type D again, so we have 0 cylinder. Let's see. There's the you can copy and paste these just the way that you would expect if you just select
7 and 1/4 value 0 value 0.
select a range.
Parameters 8 to 0. Parameters 8 to 0. Copy 5 nodes. 3 pasted 5
You
nodes.
can
1 half value 85.
copy and paste, and you can undo and redo all this stuff just like you'd expect.
Parameter 3 cylinder value 1/4 value 1. 7 value 1 unknown.
You can also use instead of Control C and Control V, you can use just C and V. So if I
Value 1 unknown.
if I hit C, it copies the value under the cursor.
7 and 1/4 value 7.5 value 0.5.
But this also works with the
7 and 1/4 value 0.75. 7 value 1
I've got the value 1 on this beat and then
value 0 unknown.
0 on this beat. So if I go between those two,
7.5 value 0.5.
if I hit C,
Value 0.5.
I'll copy the 0.5. And then if I go somewhere else
8 9 value 0.
and hit V,
0 point base 2 dot on.
it pastes that 0.5 that I copied. So
1/4.
that's up, down, and left, right to edit. Oh, you can also do Control Shift and then an arrow key
9 value 0.9 value 0.5
to just edit a little bit finer.
1/4.
And then finally the F key will negate whatever's under the cursor. So right now there's a 0.5 cylinder, which it's like a half a cylinder.
Minus 0.5.
If I hit F, it changes it to negative 0.5. Now,
10 value minus 0.491.
like if I go to the next beat and I hit F again,
0.5.
it'll insert the opposite.
11 value 0.491. Minus 0.5.
So that's useful.
10 value 9 8 value 0
I
unknown.
just made a really ugly track. That's fine.
1/4.
Let's see. Oh, if I hold Alt key and press up and down, it goes between all these entries
9 value minus 10 value 0, 11 value, 8 value
I'm
0 unknown.
making, and
7 value
so
1 unknown.
that's a really easy way to
One
navigate. And then, oh, if you hit the space bar, it changes your camera to the actual game view. So it switches between this editor overhead view to the
0 value
actual game camera. And so this is useful for
parameter 8 camera height value
actually editing the camera, because you can,
0. Parameter 9 camera roll value 0.
so if I go to camera roll and I do control up,
0.062, 0.12, 0.3,
we can actually see
0.37, 0.1875.
the change that I'm making. So, and then if I
1 half. 1 and a half. 2 value 0.
if I go somewhere else and I hit D, it'll level out, and you can
1 and a half. 1 value 0.
scrub back and forth,
value 0 unknown.
or
0 value 0.188 unknown.
or just play to
2 and a half value 0.
preview what all the camera changes are going to be,
Parameter 1.
or what they look like. So anyway, you get
3.
real-time feedback on all your camera edits, and similarly on
Parameter 3 cylinder value 1.
similarly on like
7 value 1 unknown. Deleted 1 nodes. 5 values. 4
like
value 0.
the track shape and stuff is a lot
Parameter 4,
easier.
ball value minus 22.666.
I can just move around like the
Parameter 5. Parameter
the
4, ball value minus 22.7 unknown.
tracks left wall, right wall, and the middle. And so
Parameter 5 track middle value 0.
this also makes it really easy to edit lanes, because I can just hit D to create an anchor at position 0, and then if I go up a
5 value
beat
0.
and I just do like control left a few times,
Minus 10.664.
it'll move,
4, 3 value 0. 5 value minus
it'll
10.7 unknown.
create like a juke to the left, and if I go up another
6
beat
value minus 9.9.
and then I hit D,
0.
that'll put the default value in. So that created a cute little.
3 value 0. 4 value 0.
So
unknown.
if there
Nodes.
happened to be a lane right here,
7, 6. Hold duration 2. 3. 2. 6.
that went back and forth. See, that's a much easier way to edit that than before.
1 4.
So I think that's everything to do with this editor. I think hopefully this will help to. Let me talk about what I'm trying to do this month. I'm trying to finish all of these 12 new tracks this month. But before I do that, I have to also create a video for the GA conference. I've got 3 weeks to do that. I don't think it'll be too hard of a job, but this month I'm trying to do that and finish these 12 tracks. Like I said, the 2 weeks I spent on this parameter editor is probably a little too long, but I'm sure it'll save me some time in getting the tracks done. I did also want to kind of make the track spline editor a bit better. I wanted to do some kind of clip library thing where you can like insert like loops and things easily just by choosing from like a menu. But I definitely won't have time to do anything like that. So the parameter editor came instead of that, and that's fine. And I think that's it. I've covered all of these, and let's see, I covered the conference and what I'm doing with the DLC, so I think that's it. Anyway, so thanks for watching. Bye.